Sejm's Murder. It's a game with points, prizes, power, and progression. So let me take you on another journey. You're in a deep slumber again, and you begin to slip further down than you have ever been before. Suddenly your dream breaks and you see within your own mind's eye, in a chasm of space and time, the home of the card clerk. That sweet, warm smelling air, the red sand swirling, and the familiar porcelain-faced genie floating in front of you. You hear, "Welcome back. I'm the card clerk. I'm here to give you chances at progression towards prizes and powers. Choose your path for today." As he holds out his hands, you see another three choices. A yellow fluffy duck, a white shining plate mail, and a live red cricket. Which will you choose?
I would like to go with the cricket.
The live red cricket. Okay. Alright, this is gonna be a good one. I have like 3 different styles, and this is the third, which you have not done yet. So, let's see how this. Suddenly, your tunnel vision returns, and the card clerk is drifting further and further away. Suddenly, you're in a brand new place. Everything seems very loud and distorted. You're hearing deep whomps and loud sounds, and you look up to see this land so much larger than you. And as you look to your left and your right and right in front are these cricket men. These red-tinted crickets. They all look at you, and you hear them say, "Run." Suddenly they run as the hair begins to stand on your back. You don't know why, but you follow them, and you hear thud, thud, thud of a giant exterminator. The crickets run under a flower pot, and you dive under for 25 points. There was a Japanese PSA 10 Magic the Gathering card from the 2025 Aether Drift set. It's a showcase fracture foil, and it's sold on eBay today. For how much? Is it A, $500, B, $250, C, $450, or D, $350?
We are going with D, $350.
Wow, 25 points earned. D is the correct answer. I was wondering if you would get this, but I thought I made these numbers tight enough you would not. And it's Japanese, it makes it all weird too, I felt, but you nailed it. So, as you hear the exterminator grumble, "Where are these crickets?" he doesn't find you, and as he begins to lift the pot, you run again. This time, in between the crevice of 3 cement bricks, the crickets all holding hands, grabbing you, pulling you with them. You're all in it together. As you're hiding in the crevice, the butcher, he's also a butcher. The exterminator's still looking for you. 25 points. Edge of Eternities. Magic the Gathering Space Fantasy set is scheduled for an August 1st release. This set, it's not the first set, it's not the last set, but it is it A, 106th? Is it B, the 105th? Is it C, the 109th? Or is it D, the 108th Magic the Gathering set?
I am just going to lock in 105th.
All right. Well, the butcher grumbles, "I see you now," and his foot comes smashing down, and it gets one of your cricket friends. The other 2, in teary-eyed, begin to sprint again, and you, following suit, dive under the last thing you can see. It's a shrub, thinking maybe you'll get away this time. You hear this maniac laughing, this giant being trying to rid his territory of these bugs. And I ask you now, worth 25 points, there is a Katy Perry signed and autographed 6x8-inch photo. Famous American singer, pop star, PSA slabbed. Now, important to note, this is not a graded picture. It's not graded for quality. It is authenticated to know that it is Katy Perry's real DNA certified signature. It sold today for, is it A, $60, B, $180, C, $120, or D, $960?
Jeez. Not graded. Oh my gosh. Why would you throw out the most ludicrous number?
Yeah, dude, you're getting into the tough ones now.
I 180 sounded so appealing, but now I'm confused. I'm just gonna lock in 180 final.
The exterminator yells. He's looking desperately for these hiding crickets, knowing they're in the bush. He lifts them. Will he find you? And as you wonder, you see these thick, giant, meaty fingers just wrap and squeeze one of your cricket friends.
Oh boy.
You begin to sprint away. 2 members lost of your group. The answer to this question was $120.
Okay.
That was a really tough one. I think last time we did like Zippo lighters, but you did well to pick within the right range. So 960 was to throw you off. I'm glad it tempted you, just like the this or that, but you made it. So as you run with your last friend, he looks at you and he goes, "I have a plan." You climb a brick wall, the home of this giant. Atop it, a whole pallet of bricks, precariously balanced. So much so, maybe a cricket could push it off. Your final question. Magic the Gathering. There is an enchantment. It's called Riddle Form. The card does the following. Whenever you cast a non-creature spell, you may you may have this enchantment become a 3/3 Sphinx creature with flying, in addition to its other types until the end of turn. It also has an ability for 2 colorless plus 1 blue to scry 1. Look at the top card of your library. You may put that card on the bottom. This is Riddle Form. Would you like to hear that again?
Sure. Why not?
So an enchantment, there's no tricks here. I just want to make sure it's for me this is complicated, but it's an enchantment. Whenever you cast a non-creature spell, you may have this enchantment become a 3/3 Sphinx creature with flying in addition to its other types until the end of turn. You can also spend 2 mana plus a blue mana to scry 1. The card is called Riddle Form. The question, and must be answered exactly, is what is the mana cost of this card?
As in the colorless and lands?
Yep, it's got to be perfect.
I would say 2 colorless, 2 islands, final.
Well, for this one, this Riddle Form, and there were several with the name Riddle in them. That's how I found this card. I was looking for a Magic the Gathering Riddle, and I settled for this. It is a 1 colorless and 1 island. So, very close, but this one may be a cheap addition to add to one of your blue decks. However, as you fail to answer this question correctly, it changes our world. You and the cricket, plan in mind, begin to push the giant pallet of bricks, but alas, what are you thinking? You are but a cricket and a tiny little man in a giant world. The bricks don't budge, and the exterminator looks up and tosses a rock right into the other cricket. He breaks his leg, and you and him decide to split. He runs away limping, hopefully to escape this exterminator, and you before you know it, before you can be caught by this maniac, begin to have your vision fade. The tunnel reappears, and boom, you are back in front of the card clerk. And he says, and boy, let me count this up, because you did some work here. You got 2 correct. He says, you have earned 50 points previously, and today you have earned another 50 points. Now, shoot, we had an oopsie previously, and I believe the 50 points I added. So you earned, I think, 25 the first episode. I didn't give them to you second episode because I said $20 and I meant to say 200, and you caught that, and you would have been, you would have had a chance at the correct answer, but I never gave it to you. So you earned them today, totaling 75 points of vigor.
I'm rolling in points over here.
Yeah, and so that's all today. Your grand total. So it's the 50 you earned, the 25 I robbed from you, and then 25 you had earned previously, totaling 100 points. Once you reach 2,000 points, Kevin, you will unlock a grand prize of 1 Magic the Gathering booster box. But your journey, it is not over yet, because today you have earned more vigor points. 75 to be precise. Use them wisely. Hold on, I gotta get a timer out for this one. As a recap, Kevin, previously, when you awoke from your deep slumber, you were filled with vigor. You began running through a jungle, sprinting over the underbrush, tree from tree, in a strange place smelling of rotten eggs with hot, humid air. You came up to a clearing with a red apple hanging from a vine. It was glowing with power, about to fall. You chose not to take the apple, and it rotted. That was where we left off, where you ran out of vigor, you collapsed from exhaustion, but now you awake full of more vigor than you have ever had before. So now, as I get this stopwatch right.
Okay.
You are awake, but your timer is ticking down. You're in the middle of the jungle, sweating, the rotted apple next to you, the green plants all around you, and you begin to sprint. As you keep running, you are looking desperately for something to do with all of this energy when you hear a rustling. Your feet, they plant, you slide, and you look down to your left at a rustling bush. From it, a small creature pops out from the tree roots. It is a little crow. It looks around. As it emerges, its ribs are showing. It seems uninjured, but it appears to be looking for something, gazing left and right and through the brush, flicking up rotten leaves, looking for something. You don't know what's happening, but you can see this crow is filled with determination. The crow takes a step forward. He looks up at you, looks into your hand, and he collapses in famine. Do you have anything to offer the crow?
I offer him the liquids that I scooped up from the crickets from earlier.
You attempt to offer liquids to the crow, but they do no good. He collapses, faints in famine, and he is dead.
Gosh.
You have unlocked an achievement. Crow Killer. Congratulations. Your 75 vigor has run out as 75 seconds have run off the clock. Your vision, or I'm sorry, I take it back. You collapse and you go into a deep sleep. And that for today is the end of our segment, Sejm's Murder.